dads of all ages. So in my video, 5 tips for beginning weightlifter, I briefly touched on supplements, and I wanted to stress in that video how important it is to realize that supplements are not the most important part of our diets or the most important part of building muscle. But we all get to this point in our weightlifting or athletic careers, whatever it may be, that it is time to experiment with a supplement. Whether we are on a plateau and we want to try something new to help give us an edge or help us build more muscle, or we might be deficient in something and we need to supplement with something to help fulfill that dietary or mineral need, etc. So this video is all about 6 different supplements that I take personally and that I believe in, and that I would recommend to a novice, a beginner, or anybody looking to try a supplement. So let's go check those out. So when it comes to supplements, these aren't all going to be flashy and exciting. And when I first got started with weightlifting and I was a novice in supplements and I didn't know a whole lot, a multivitamin is not going to be something that I was even close to on my radar. I mean, I was aware of like the Flintstone gummy vitamins and all the Flintstone stuff and things like that, but I didn't realize how important a multivitamin actually was to our diets. Whether you are a 90-year-old man or a 30-year-old woman or a 4-year-old kid, a multivitamin is important for everybody, let alone a performance athlete. And this is important because vitamins and minerals regulate thousands of processes that go on within our bodies, from growing our hair to our nails to helping us sleep to making our heart beat and all these things that are happening. Vitamins and minerals play an important part in making sure these things happen efficiently. So whenever we are athletes and we're taxing our bodies in the weight room and on the sports field, wherever we're taxing our bodies, it is important to make sure that we're running at tip-top shape. So we need a multivitamin to ensure that we're getting all these vitamins and minerals. And this is because our diets in America, we eat a lot of processed foods. We don't have real full, complete diets. And our land has been farmed a lot, so there's not a lot of nutrients. So really, we're just not able to get the vitamin and mineral requirements. There was a study done years ago that shows that 93% of Americans are not getting our daily vitamin and mineral needs. So that means that 93% of us, if we're not taking a multivitamin, are not able to operate at our full potential and our bodies aren't running properly. So instead of going and looking for maybe a different product to help with your energy or your mood or with whatever it may be, trying a special shampoo, why not try a multivitamin first to make sure we're covering all of our vitamin and mineral needs and making sure we're not deficient so our bodies are running properly. Okay, so I know you guys are definitely judging me after multivitamins, so to keep you from thinking I'm super lame, we're going to look at a protein powder next, because this is probably going to keep you guys a little more intrigued. So protein powders are important for a couple of reasons. And I mean, I use one personally. I've used one for a long time. I've been taking protein powder since I was in about the 9th grade. And these come in to help us reach our protein requirements. So to build muscle, we need to take protein in, because whenever we are working out, let's say we're doing bicep curls. So we're doing our bicep curls to build our biceps, and we're tearing down the muscles within the bicep. So whenever we tear it down in the gym, we are going to need protein externally to repair it, to build it up. If not, the muscle will basically recycle itself and use the amino acids that are in the muscle via the protein to repair the muscle and either keep it the same or actually make it smaller. And we don't want that. We want bigger biceps. So this is where an external protein source comes in. So they recommend 1 gram of protein minimum per pound of body mass to build muscle. So the protein powder comes in, because it's convenient. Instead of trying to cook up a bunch of chicken or trying to cook a chicken right after you hit the gym, so you got to go to school or something, you got to go to work, mix up a shake. It's simple and easy. It's also going to come in because you don't have to like eat it, you just drink it. So instead of trying to eat hundreds of calories or hundreds of grams of proteins worth of chicken breast or steak or whatever it might be, ground turkey, all these things that we see all the bodybuilders eating, we can just drink a shake instead. It's also easily absorbable by your body, easily digested. There's different studies showing that whey protein after a workout is better than other sorts of protein and things of this nature. But I mean, at its simplest, whey protein is protein. It's not going to affect your hormones. It is not a steroid. It is not any of these things. It is a protein. Now there are different variances in protein powders, different sorts of protein that I'll get into in a different video, more specific on protein, because that could take forever. There's different digesting rates of different proteins and different sources that all affect your body a little bit differently. And there's even performance proteins, as I like to refer to them as, and that is going to be a protein powder that has different additives in it to help enhance how the protein works and to maybe help build muscle in different ways in some sort of blend. But simply for this video, we're looking at whey protein powder, and simply it's convenient, it's easy, it's an old standby, it's helped people build muscle in the past, and it's going to help us meet the protein requirements in our diets to help us build muscle. Alright, so after unlaming myself, I'm going to relame myself and talk about something boring again. And so that's going to be fish oils, but bear with me, this is going to benefit you in the long run. So fish oils isn't very flashy, just like the multivitamin, but also like the multivitamin, it is helping regulate tons of processes that go on in our bodies. It's helping things run more efficiently in there. Things like our eye health, it will help with eye health, with brain health, with focus, with joint health, with tons and tons of things, even with metabolizing fat and help boosting our metabolisms, boosting natural testosterone. It helps with all these things. So as gross as it sounds, it's not that bad. It comes in a little gel capsule. You can get it in the liquid, but they flavor it usually with some sort of citrus flavor. So just get over the fact that it sounds a little bit gross. It's going to benefit you in the long run. So it's good for all those things. It also complements the goals that you might have. So you're taking something for fat loss, you take the fish oil, it helps with the metabolism. So it helps with a ton of things. So then like I said, it helps with our joints. I started taking this being a multi-sport athlete. So let's just look at like a standard multi-sport athlete in high school. So let's say that you are playing football in the fall, and then you go into basketball season, and then you're playing baseball or track, and then you're doing training in the summer, and you're in the weight room. That is a lot of wear and tear on our bodies, especially our joints. So when I started taking fish oil, I noticed a big change in my joint health, especially trying to move a lot of heavy weight. Whenever I'm doing like some powerlifting and things, that's a lot on your joints. And fish oil helped with that joint pain and helped lubricate the joints a little bit better. So if any of these things you might be deficient in, you have joint pain, you're a multi-sport athlete, anybody really, I recommend fish oil. Alright, so time to redeem myself and not be so lame for the second time. So we're going to talk about a supplement that you young Thundercats out there are probably itching and scratching to hear about, and that's going to be creatine. So creatine is a very popular supplement. I love it. I've used it for a long time, but it is often misunderstood. So just to get rid of those urban legends and myths from the get-go, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. Creatine is not a steroid. It does not operate like a steroid. It does not mess with your hormones. Creatine is an amino acid. That's it. That's it. It's an amino acid, and it's going to help us be stronger in the gym. So basically, creatine is a compound that breaks down when ingested into ATP. So if you've taken a biology class, you know that ATP is adenosine triphosphate, and our bodies and our cells use this as energy. So it's basically muscular energy fuel. So if our muscles have more fuel and energy, that allows us to put a greater output into whatever we're doing with our muscles, whether it is bench pressing or squatting or running or rowing, whatever it is that you're doing. Creatine is going to allow our muscles to do it a little more efficiently and a little stronger. So not only is this allowing us to function better up front, to be a little stronger up front, but it is also allowing us to break down more muscle. So like we talked about with protein, when we break down our muscles, we take in the proper protein intake, it allows us to grow back bigger and stronger. So if we can break down our muscles a little bit more than we did without creatine and supplement properly with protein, after that, that allows us to break down and build up bigger and stronger and better than we were before. So why are we taking the creatine supplement? So creatine is found in meats. So the most efficient form, other than a supplement, of finding creatine is going to be in red meat. To get 5 grams of creatine, which is the doctor recommended dose for strength athletes, is 5 grams. So to get 5 grams of creatine, you'd have to eat 2 pounds of red meat. That's inconvenient. So personally, I supplement with creatine to make sure that I'm getting enough creatine so that my muscles and my body can operate to its full potential. There are other certain benefits of creatine, and there's different forms and different ways to take it, but that's all a topic for a whole other video. I could talk about creatine forever, but at its simplest, creatine is muscular fuel, will allow us to lift more, and allow us to build back bigger, stronger, faster than we were without creatine. All right, so we're done being lame for the rest of the video, and we're going to move into something that you've probably heard a little bit about before. That's going to be amino acids. So as mentioned before, amino acids are the building blocks of muscle, and protein breaks down into amino acids. And they help rebuild muscles. So like I said, when we tear our muscles down, the amino acids are going to help rebuild them back bigger and stronger. But specifically the branched chain amino acids, or BCAAs, as they're commonly referred to, are the most efficient amino acids to helping rebuild muscle. And these are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. So in studies, it is shown that supplementing with these three amino acids help the muscles recover better than others. So not only is this good for recovery, but it's good to keep us from muscle wasting, and it's good for reducing fatigue. So based on the things it is good for, it would make sense that we take this in a catabolic state. So these tests are done whenever we're catabolic, so that would be intra-workout or post-workout, or even, let's say we're dieting, we're not really eating a whole lot, so our bodies are catabolic. So to keep us from losing muscle, it's important, so let's say when we're dieting, take an amino acid supplement, take a BCAA supplement to make sure that our muscles aren't wasted. So then we can take this intra-workout also, because we're fatigued, our muscles are being broken down. So this is going to help fuel our muscles while we're working out, better muscular output, as well as helping rebuild muscle a little earlier. It's getting a jump start on the rebuilding process. And then we would take this post-workout while we're catabolic to help the muscle rebuild process, to help us be less sore, more efficient recovery. So the way that I like to do it is I'll take an intra-BCAA, a post-BCAA, and then I'll take my protein powder if needed sometime throughout the day. Unless I'm currently taking like a performance protein, then I'll take that post-workout, and then I'll try to get like a meal within an hour after a workout. But I'm definitely a big proponent of BCAAs, 2 servings a day. All right, so we're going to finish the video off with the supplement that I get asked by for the most questions about, and that's going to be a pre-workout supplement. So a pre-workout supplement is essentially a supplement that we take to help enhance our workout, to make our workout better, to help us perform better in the gym. And it's a little bit different than other products that I've talked about, different supplements that I've talked about, in that it is not just one particular compound. It is a formulation of multiple compounds that are going to help enhance our workout in different ways. And the different products are put together in a formula in the way that the company that you're buying from thinks is the best formula to help benefit your workout. So this can be something that includes stimulants, such as caffeine, or it could be stimulant-free. A lot of them do similar things in different things, and there's different ingredients that do similar things in different amounts. But there are pretty much some standbys for the ingredients that are going to be in your pre-workout, and the correct dosages clinically that are going to be in a good pre-workout. Not saying that all of them have these dosages I'm going to talk about, but the good ones do. So caffeine for energy is in most pre-workouts, unless you're looking at a stimulant-free pre-workout. Anything with stimulants is more than likely going to have caffeine. We take caffeine mostly for energy. So you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, got to go hit the gym, caffeine. You're dragging butt after school or after work, caffeine. And so in different pre-workouts, this can go from 100 milligrams the whole way up to, in some cases, over 400 milligrams. To me, that's too extreme. I like sitting definitely nowhere over 300 milligrams. There are certain pre-workouts I've taken that I like that have 300, but I really like sitting around somewhere more like 250. So once we start getting too high, it makes my stomach hurt. I get real jittery, doesn't feel like clean energy, and it's actually, in high doses, a vasoconstrictor. It's going to like constrict our veins and reduce blood flow. And whenever we're working out, we want the pump, we want the blood flow, and that's good for a lot of reasons. So that takes me to my favorite part of a pre-workout. That's going to be blood flow and pump product or pump ingredients like L-citrulline and L-arginine. With those products, we like seeing about 8 grams of L-citrulline, and L-citrulline converts over into L-arginine. So there's different talk about which is better, but really through the studies, it looks like 8 grams of L-citrulline with the conversion into L-arginine is going to be the best. If we have something like a nostrogenine, which is a form of L-arginine that's a little more efficient than regular L-arginine, sometimes companies will put the citrulline and the the nostrogenine together into a formulation where then your number is a little bit different. But if we're looking at just L-citrulline, we like seeing it at 8, if not 8, somewhere between 6 and 8. So why is the pump even important, you may ask? So number one, if we can dilate our veins and get more blood flow, we can push all that food we ate throughout the day, all those nutrients into the muscle and help it feed more efficiently. Not only that, but that pump feeling they get, that swole feeling we get, not only is that fantastic and we love it, but it is actually scientifically proven that the expansion of the cells and the muscles turns over into actual muscular growth via muscle memory, and the cells themselves, actually when you get the pump and the swelling, it sets off a signal in the cell, and it's like, dude, what is happening? Why are we getting bigger? We're expanding. And it's like, well, dude, we can either get bigger and keep getting bigger, or we die. So the cell gets bigger, leading over to muscular gains and muscle expansion. So that's my favorite part. In a lot of cases, I'll take a product that is just pumps and blood flow and things that are going to help with muscular expansion, even without a stimulant. Like I said, I like more focus as compared to a stimulant. So I'll take something like a huperzine or an alpha GPC that is going to give me the focus and that in the zone feeling, but not overwhelm me, not going to constrict my blood flow. So that's a pre-workout. Simply put, it is going to help enhance our workouts. Different ones do a little bit different things, and you have to figure out which one works best for you. All right, guys, so that was 6 supplements that I take personally and I would recommend to any of you. We covered multivitamins, which help regulate processes in our bodies and make sure that our bodies are operating at 100%. We talked about proteins, which are going to help fulfill our protein requirements and help our muscles build up bigger and stronger. We talked about amino acids, which similarly to protein, are going to help reduce fatigue, help recovery, and reduce soreness. We talked about creatine, which is going to help with muscular energy, helping us break down muscles so they can build back bigger and stronger. We hit on fish oils, which similarly to multivitamins are going to help regulate processes in our bodies and help us run at 100%. We talked about pre-workout supplements, which are going to enhance our workouts and allow us to work out harder, longer, and more efficiently. So there are more specifics on all these supplements. I could talk about them for hours, but if there is a specific thing that you want to see, you want me to delve deeper into proteins or pre-workouts or whatever it may be, delve deeper into creatines, be more than happy to do that. DM me on Instagram at BobbyMeatSauce. Comment on this video. Let me know what you want to see. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more great content in the future. In the meantime, guys, thanks for watching and stay swole.